Welcome. In front of me is a Black Shark 5 Pro, and today I will show you how you can apply the tempered glass to this phone. So anyway, let's get started. I do have the tempered glass for a different phone, but it doesn't really matter. As you will see, just dry fitting it here, you'll be able to see that this is basically a perfect size for the phone. So there we go. That's what I'm going to be using. Obviously, you probably, if you get one, you're going to be using one that is specifically made for this. Now the difference between this is that for you, you might have a teardrop cutout for the camera or just a hole punched. If that is the case for you, if it's not like a seamless piece of glass like I have right here, you will just want to basically align the hole punched camera or the cutout with the actual camera on the display. Then press it down, and from there just drop it on. So that's what I recommend. Now additionally, I also recommend keeping the case on. It does help with application of the tempered glass, because if you decide to, or not if you decide to, but if you for some reason just make it go a little bit too much to the side, the actual case will stop it from sticking fully to the display, which will make it easier to just lift it back up and then realign it to correctly drop on the display. Okay, so now let's get into the actual application. So inside of the package, apart from the glass, you usually have the wet and dry wipe. What I recommend doing is just throwing those out because they're absolute dog shit, and using a microfiber cloth. The reason I recommend it is because the wet wipes sometimes aren't even wet, and even if they are, they usually create like weird smudges. They're not the best like fabric to use with this solution that it uses, and additionally the size of them is just laughable, so it's more of a hassle to use it. So that's why I recommend using a microfiber cloth. So anyway, let's clean off the display. As you can see, I do have mine smudged up a little bit, so the first time wiping, you want to make sure you get rid of all the smudges and any kind of like deeper grunt that might be on the display from gaming or whatever. And then keep the microfiber cloth ready, because there's still going to be dust that most likely settles on the display. As you can see, there is a little speck right here and right here right now. So we're going to swipe that away once we're ready to apply the glass. Now, grabbing the tempered glass, you will have either 1 or 2 stickers on either side. So to get started, you will always want to peel off number 1 or start, however it says. I have one right here, though it's plastic. It does say start and finish. Start will basically peel off and reveal the sticky side of the protection, which then you just kind of like peel it, flip it over, apply it, and then you finish off by peeling the protective layer from the tempered glass. For me, I only have the 1 sticker, which reveals the sticky side on the tempered glass, and this one isn't protected by default by anything, so it's automatically going to be the surface you're going to be touching on once it's applied. Now, the way I apply my glass is I would just place it along the edges right here, make sure that it's at the top evenly spaced from either side. Then also I will try to pinch it with my finger just to get a feel if it's evenly spaced on either side by pinching the glass, and then also feeling the bezels of the phone. And once it is, I'll just slowly drop it down with the same logic, pinching the display, then feeling the bezels of the phone, and then drop it on there. And it should drop usually in the middle of the display as it's supposed to be, without any kind of problem. So there we go. So that is how I apply, obviously, my glass, but if you have a different method that works for you, go right ahead and utilize that instead. Okay, so gonna peel the protective layer, make sure that there is no dust, and apply the glass. Now I do apply it at an angle like this. Once I have it aligned at the top the way I want to, I'll put a little bit of pressure so it doesn't slide to the sides, and then for me, I do need to realign it. It's a little bit too low. There we go. You can see that it's right now gluing itself. Just speed it up a little bit. It looks like there is a piece of dust right here. It's unfortunate. Now, if this happens to you, you could get some kind of tweezers or something that just allows you to get rid of it. I think tweezers work the best, as though I have tried them before. And what you would do is just lift this up, and then using tweezers, just try to grab this speck of dirt. Now, you don't need to worry too much about the sticky side of the tempered glass, because it doesn't really get too much damage from like using tweezers and trying to scratch it up and just get this off. So once it applies itself back to the display, it usually will completely like remove the whatever scratches you would have placed on the tempered glass itself. So you don't need to worry too much about that. I'll most likely remove this later on, or probably just keep it because I don't feel like doing anything with it. But yeah, as you can see, this is how you can apply tempered glass to your phone. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.